Americans are great at many things. We gave the world jazz, put humans on the moon, and figured out how to turn coffee into a dessert the size of your head. But the second we step off a plane abroad, something happens. It's like the passport drains half our common sense and replaces it with blind confidence. Suddenly we're louder, prouder, and infinitely dumber. I've seen it with my own eyes. A man in Paris screaming, "Do you speak American?" at a waiter who, of course, spoke perfect English. A woman in Rome trying to pay for gelato with US dollars like she was still in a strip mall in Florida. And let's not forget the guy who stripped down and dove into the Trevi fountain because he thought it was a public swimming pool. Spoiler, Italian police strongly disagreed. But these aren't one-off fails. These are rituals. Mistakes that keep repeating like bad reruns, broadcasted across the world with one message. Americans abroad are chaos incarnate. So today, I'm counting down 19 of the dumbest, most idiotic, jaw-dropping mistakes Americans can't stop making when they travel. Some will make you laugh, some will make you cringe, but all of them will make you wonder, what could possibly be dumber than this? Before we dive in, subscribe now, because you don't want to miss the next episode of Americans Behaving Badly. Let's begin. 1. Speaking louder. Instead of slower Tokyo. A sushi restaurant humming with quiet efficiency. Locals bow politely, sipping tea. Then in walks the American. He points at the menu and bellows, "Sushi!" The waitress smiles, confused. He leans closer, louder this time. "Sushi! Fish! Rice! Sushi!" The entire restaurant freezes. Chopsticks hover mid-air. An elderly man sighs. Minutes later, a steaming bowl of miso soup arrives. The American stares. No, sushi?" The waitress bows again. Silence. Volume isn't a translator. Shouting only turns dinner into theater. 2 asking, "Do you speak American?" Barcelona. Sunlight spills through a cafe as locals sip tiny coffees. Our tourist leans over the counter. "Do you speak American?" The barista blinks. Then, in perfect English, "Do you speak Spanish?" The cafe erupts in muffled laughter. Red-faced, the American mutters, "I meant English." But here's the truth. English belongs to England. America just borrowed it. Asking for American is like ordering French fries in Paris and calling them freedom fries. You'll get served, but not without judgment. 3. Currency confusion. Rome. Gelato gleams under the hot sun. A woman waves a crumpled $20 bill. 1 scoop, the vendor stares. Euro, she insists. "This is real money." He gestures toward the ATM. Locals snicker. A man eating pistachio mutters, "Another one." She stomps off, furious, only to return sheepishly with euros minutes later. The gelato tastes sweet, but not as sweet as the irony. 4. The Trevi Fountain incident. Evening in Rome. The Trevi Fountain glows under floodlights, coins shimmering like stars. Tourists whisper wishes. Then splash. An American, shirtless, sunglasses on, dives in like it's spring break. Phones rise, people cheer. 2 minutes later, sirens scream. Police drag him out dripping, protesting, "What? I was hot!" The fine is hefty. The humiliation? Eternal. In Italy, fountains aren't pools. They're history. And history doesn't like belly flops. 5. The McDonald's pilgrimage. Paris. The Eiffel Tower towers, the air thick with butter and wine. A man pulls out his phone. "Yo, where's the nearest McDonald's?" Locals freeze. Somewhere a chef faints. He scrolls frantically. I need nuggets, real nuggets. He marches off, golden arches in sight. Later he'll tell friends, yeah, Paris was all right, ate McDonald's every day. That's not tourism. That's tragedy. 6. Ignoring dress codes. Abu Dhabi. The Grand Mosque gleams white and serene. Visitors shuffle in respectfully. Then the Americans arrive, tank tops, shorts, Daisy Dukes. Security moves in fast. They're escorted out like gatecrashers at a royal wedding. Their confused faces say it all. What did we do wrong? In some places, clothing isn't fashion. It's respect. Ignore that and you won't just stand out. You'll be shown out. 7 tipping troubles, Japan. A man leaves a $20 tip. Moments later, the waitress chases him down, pressing the bill back like he dropped trash. Italy. Same man leaves nothing. The waiter curses in 3 languages. He can't win. Because tipping isn't global, it's cultural. Treat it like America's universal export and you'll either offend or enrage. 8. Treating locals like props. Marrakesh. The market pulses with color. A snake charmer sways. An American lunges, grabs the cobra for a selfie. The cobra lunges back. The tourist screams. The crowd roars with laughter. Lesson learned, people are not props, and neither are venomous snakes. 9. Getting obliterated drunk. Dublin. Midnight. A pub brims with laughter. The American belts Sweet Home Alabama like it's the national anthem. By 1 o'clock he's snoring on the bar. By 2 the bartender holds his passport hostage. The locals sip quietly. The American sleeps loudly. Drunk abroad isn't funny. It's just predictable. 10. Mispronouncing with confidence. Paris, 1 croissant. Italy, espresso. Thailand, excuse me, where's Phuket Beach? Locals smile politely, but behind the smile, endless amusement. Confidence is admirable, but sometimes it's comedy. 11. Arguing about history. Athens. The Parthenon looms. A tourist frowns. It's nice, but didn't Vegas do it first? The guide's soul departs his body. Thousands of years of civilization reduced to a slot machine aesthetic. Some comments are harmless. Others wound nations. 12. The ice obsession. Madrid. A Coke arrives cold but iceless. The American waves the waiter back. Where's the ice? The waiter shrugs. This is Europe, not 7-Eleven. Silence follows. Somewhere in the distance, a Spaniard whispers, Americans and their ice. 13. Loud politics abroad. Berlin train. An American rants about government policies back home, voice booming. The carriage falls silent. Dozens of eyes glare with quiet frost. Abroad, your politics aren't conversation. They're noise. 14. Petting stray animals. Bangkok. A flea-ridden dog trots up. The American crouches, cooing, "Who's a good boy?" Minutes later, he's at the clinic asking about rabies shots. Affection is universal, but so are diseases. 15. Disrespecting sacred sites. Machu Picchu. A tourist climbs onto ancient stones for the perfect Instagram shot. Security whistles. The crowd boos. Later, the internet roasts him alive. Ruins survive centuries. Idiots survive seconds online. 16. Not learning any local phrases. Prague. A man bursts into a shop. "Yo, Coke?" The clerk responds in Czech. The tourist sighs. Why doesn't anyone just speak English? Entitlement isn't a language, but it's always understood. 17. Haggle Wars, Marrakesh Bazaar. Vendor, 20 dirhams. Tourist, 1. The vendor laughs him out of the stall. Locals buy the same item for 50. The American storms off, muttering scam. In truth, he scammed himself. 18. Wearing the flag abroad, Tehran. A man struts proudly in an American flag tank top, a walking embassy. Locals stare. Security watches. Subtlety is dead. Wearing your flag abroad isn't patriotism. It's provocation. 19. Complaining about portions. Paris. A plate of duck confit lands delicately before him. The American scowls. This is it? Back home this would be an appetizer. The waiter smirks. Back home, sir, you'd be hospitalized. Fine dining isn't about size. It's about savoring. Something we still haven't learned. And there you have it. 19 mistakes Americans keep exporting to the world like some unwanted cultural package. Some hilarious, some humiliating, all unforgettable. Which one made you cringe the hardest? The fountain diver? The dollar bill gelato shopper? Or maybe the eternal McDonald's pilgrim in Paris? Drop it in the comments below. At the end of the day, travel is about humility, curiosity, and respect. The moment you forget that, you become the punchline of someone else's story. So pack your passport, your curiosity, and maybe a phrase book. But please, for the love of travel, leave the idiocy at home. If you laughed, cringed, or hid your passport out of second-hand embarrassment, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Because the world is beautiful. Let's not ruin it one dumb mistake at a time.